You've probably lived this one. You get an AI to build something, an app, a tool, some side project, and the amazing part is that it works. The logic is there, the buttons do the things, it's all real. And then you look at it and it's fine. It's got that same look every AI builds has, a little flat, generic, and it's off in a way that you can spot it from across the room. It'll build you the whole thing in 10 minutes, but it just can't make it look like anything. So you ask it to make it nicer. You say, make it modern, clean it up, and it shuffles things around and hands you back something just as forgettable. So building the thing and making it look good turn out to be two completely different skills. And these tools were only ever made to be good at the first one. But Claude Design is the one that I've used that's actually good at the second. You describe the screen in plain English and what comes back doesn't look like AI slop. It actually looks like someone with real taste made it. And a million people piled in during the first week, and the day that it launched, the stock of the biggest design tool company dropped by 7%. So it's worth understanding what this thing is. By the end of this video, you'll know how to use all of it, start to finish. And there's actually a moment near the end where it stops handing you a design after all and it writes straight to the finished app into your code. And that's the part that actually got me. So stick around and let's get into it. So why does regular AI keep handing you that same forgettable thing? It's not being lazy, it's doing exactly what it knows how to do. When you tell a model to make it look nice, it has no idea what nice means for you. So it reaches out for the average of everything that it's ever seen. So it goes for a safe font, a familiar layout, nothing that would make it look twice. You didn't ask for a design, you asked for nice. And nice, averaged across the whole internet, is exactly that forgettable metal. Most people who try Claude Design and shrug are doing just this. One vague line and they let it guess it. And there's a name going around for it, vibe designing. But here's the move that changes everything. Before you build a single screen, you give Claude Design a design system. And that's just a fancy way of saying you show it your brand first. And that just takes about a minute. You describe it in a sentence, drop in a screenshot of a site you like, or the part that matters if you write code is pointed straight to your repo on GitHub. It reads your real components, your colors, your fonts, the way your button works. And now it's not doing any guesswork. It's building from your stuff. So the way that I like to think about it is like hiring a designer who reads your entire code base before their first day. They walk in already knowing your brand. So nothing that they hand to you is off-brand or a pain to build. And that's the whole trick. This isn't an image generator making a pretty picture of an app. It's building the real thing using your real parts. So let's watch it, because the first thing it does is going to surprise you. I've already set up a design system for a fake product. It's an energy drink for developers called Overclock, and a kind of can that you keep at your desk at 2 a.m. when you're shipping. So Claude reads the brand, and now I want a landing page. So I just type one line, build me a landing page for Overclock. And here's what surprised me the first time. It doesn't just start building, it stops and interviews me. It comes back like a designer taking a brief, and it starts asking me questions that I hadn't decided yet. And halfway through answering these questions, I notice it's done something my prompt never did. It made me figure out what I was actually building. And that's actually not small. Most of us start seeing things with a one-liner and no plan. This quietly pulls the plan out of you before it spends a token. And then it starts to build. And here's the difference that the design system makes. Remember that flat, forgettable thing you get when you just ask an AI to make something nice? That versus this. It comes out looking like Overclock. Electric green, the type that's the size of a fist, and it's a bit obnoxious in the exactly right way. And it's not a template with a name dropped in. It's a page that actually looks like a real brand shipped it. and the first try, and it's already about 80% of something I'd put up live. It's not perfect though, but you don't need to fix it by regenerating the whole page. You can just fix it in pieces and in 3 ways. First, the knobs. So Claude builds these little sliders for this exact design. Turn up the glow or tighten the spacing, swap the accent from green to acid yellow, and none of it costs you anything because it's just moving from what's already there. And second, you click on one thing and tell what it's wrong. So I clicked on the pricing section and say make the middle the obvious winner, and it changes only that. Everything else stays exactly where it was. And third, if you can't describe it, you can just draw it. I scribble a box across the header and say line up the flavors along here, and it builds that strip to match. But this loop right here, point, adjust, point again, is what it feels like using it. And you're not fighting it, you're actually art directing it. I've got this overclocked page and it looks great, but it's still living inside Claude Design. It's still a design, and normally at this exact moment it all starts falling apart because a design isn't an app. In every other tool, this is where you take a screenshot of this pretty thing and start rebuilding by hand in code, or you hand it to a developer and they rebuild it for you, and it comes out looking almost right. The font's a little off and the spacing is drifted, and you end up losing a day closing that gap. But here's the moment that I promised you. You didn't rebuild anything. You hit one button and it's off to Claude Code, and it doesn't send a screenshot, it sends everything: the real design, the screen, the states, even the back and forth that you had it while making it. And Claude Code opens it up, reads it, and starts building the real page, real framework, real components, and then there it is, running in the browser. And it's not just a picture of the page, it's the actual page. And you can push it to GitHub, wire it up, and in just a few minutes later, Overclock is a live site that someone can actually visit and use. And sit with why that's different. The reason the handoff always broke is that you were throwing a picture over a wall, and then you were hoping, whoever caught it rebuilt it right. But here there's no wall. The design was already in code the whole time. Real components from the second that it read your brand. So when it turns it into an app, there's nothing to translate. It just keeps continuing, and it runs both ways. So if you change the code later and the design updates to match, or change the design and the code follows. And that's the thing that flipped it for me. As long as I've done this, the design and the app were two separate things. One lived in a design tool and the other one lived in your code editor. And a big chunk of the job was carrying the stuff from them and losing a little every trip. Watching one tool handle the whole project across and keep going made something click for me. The gap was never really there. It was always one thing. We just never had the tool that treated it that way. But now we do, and that part is genuinely a little insane. So is it magic? No. And you should know exactly where it isn't. A video that shows you only the good part is just an ad. A couple of real catches come first, and then the one that actually counts. I'll start with the one that'll actually bite you. It burns through your usage very fast. Somebody actually put it online perfectly. It's the most beautiful house in the world, and you get to live it only for one day. But Anthropic has made this a lot better in an update. It's cheaper per change now, and it pulls from your normal plan instead of some tiny separate bucket. But on the cheap tier, if you go hard, you'll still hit a wall. So here are two things to save you. Only redo one section you're changing and never the whole page, because that's roughly 10 times cheaper. And write your prompt in normal Claude chat first, get it sharp, and then bring it over. The rest, quick and honest. It's a brilliant first draft machine, but not a designer. Give it a lazy prompt and no brand, and it snaps right back to that same generic AI look that we started with. And it's early, it does error sometimes, It'll choke if you ask for multiple things at once, and it's not here to kill Figma. Anthropic will tell that to you themselves. It's what you reach out for at the start to get from nothing to something real fast. It's not where you do the final polish. And here's something that counts. The tool got shockingly good at the making. It designs, builds, it gets it running. But what it can't do is know which version is the right one. It'll happily make you 10 overclocked pages, all clean, all on brand, but it has no idea which one's any good. That call is still yours. The making has gotten cheap, but the taste didn't. So here's where that leaves you. That AI could build you anything and somehow make it all look the same. That bit is over. You describe what good looks like and it builds the real thing, real code, and it's ready to put live. And you do the part that was always the job, deciding what's good. So if you want to try it, everything is in the description: how to set it up, the prompt, the handoff, all of it. So go and point it at something of yours own tonight. Give it your brand, describe a screen, and watch it hand you back something you'd be proud to ship. And when it makes you a few version and asks you in its way which one, that is still your call. And it was always going to be your call. The tools just finally got good enough that it's the only part that's left, which honestly is the best possible news for anyone with taste. If you found this video helpful, hit subscribe for more content.